Oh, the delay of that bell. Good morning, good evening, good night. Did you all have a lovely weekend? Did you go trick-or-treating last week? Let's try this today. I think I got the playlist going. I think. Hello, Ask Infinity. Welcome. Nice of you to join us today. You gonna be joining us with gold today or sticking with NASDAQ? Which I don't blame you if you stick to NASDAQ. I've been dabbling in some NASDAQ trades. Today, no, Eric. It's not much news. It's just this Euro group meetings and this factory orders. What does it mean, Basil? I don't know. I don't care. We'll see what happens at that time. Groovy. Groovy, baby. No, a 0.3 is $3 per pip. A 3.00 is a 3 lot, which is $30 a pip. 0.3 is $3 a pip, and 0.03 is 30 cents a pip. And 0.003 doesn't exist. Looking at Nas trade, but I'm watching gold also with you today, and I'll take a trade if one presents itself. Good morning, brother, from another mother. Good morning. Cool. Let's see if we take a gold trade today. Maybe I don't feel like taking a gold trade. Maybe I don't want to trade. What do you say to that? Now what? We're going to see how this playlist goes. I think I figured out how to have this other playlist play automatically. Because part of my theory is that using this other playlist from YouTube will help the stream, aside from getting a new computer, which is happening soon. Because obviously YouTube favors higher quality video. That's my computer's fault. Old girls barely hanging on. Yes, Dennis. The New York Stock Exchange market opens in 8 minutes. Christian, good morning. What is crack-a-lackin', amigo? That's what it is. And yes, I did get it fixed. So thank you. I'm not much of a poker kind of guy. More of a roulette. Hey yo. Hey yo indeed. Reminds me of the song from Outkast. Hey yeah. So I've decided. Dennis, I figured it out. I'm gonna go with a slightly beefed up laptop. That's the plan. Have not heard that song in a long time. It's a classic. Hey yeah. We are going to go through every song on this playlist. And we will weed out the ones we don't like. Henry, you must be going nuts. How are you trading and installing drywall? Four minutes till market opens. We'll see what it respects. Well, I mean, that makes sense to me, I guess. You're hustling while you work so that you don't have to work. I get where you're coming from with that. I would go with that entry now, I guess. let's see how she rides. Ride, Sally, ride. There was a chicken wing place here in Toronto. And when I just turned 19, my friends took me there. Because to be legal drinking age, you have to be 19. They took me to some strip clubs also, but we're talking about chicken wings. And this chicken wing place is not a strip club. It was just a sports bar. And it was all you can eat wings with like 100, I'm not kidding, like 100 is 80 to 100 flavors of wings. And one of the flavors was called Ride, Sally, Ride. I know Rick Ross has Wingstop. Are you really surprised that Rick Ross has Wingstop? I mean, it's smart of him. Sure, I'll mark it out for you. No problem, Dennis. Henry, focus. Focus on the job site. You set your trade already. Focus on the drywall. Be the drywall. See the drywall. Be one with the drywall. Rick Ross having Wingstop is like a crackhead having crack. Exactly. It's like a crackhead having a crack stop. Precisely. It would be like Jeffrey Epstein having a daycare. Or Diddy having a physiotherapy center. It would be like Bill Cosby having a drugstore. What's another one? It would be like R. Kelly selling apple juice. Is that too far? Keep it going. Keep it going. No joke is off limits. That's actually why I'm banned for the second time in a month, commenting on Instagram. So if you're wondering, Bailey, why it's been peaceful on Instagram for you, you can thank Instagram. You're gonna get canceled. Like I said, man, pretty much halfway there on Instagram. If you entered the trade, Make sure you have your stop loss, risk to reward ratio, all that jazz. I don't think the market's going to move a lot today, to be honest with you. What day was it? Let's see. 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cards aren't my bag, baby. Yeah, but Dennis, your kid's school is across the street. A millionaire? I don't know. I was car shopping over the weekend a bit. If you got in at the modest, you're up a little bit. But let's not get too excited just yet. Yeah, car shopping. I need a new car. What am I looking at? I really am looking at 2 cars right now. Because I just need something to get me by. Like just to drive around. So I'm not looking for anything fancy. Because the car I would like, I'm not going to get right now. I can't get anything too extravagant until my property closes. Which now won't be till early 2026. Went from 2022 to 23, 4, 5, so it's still building it, but whatever. Side note, I'll answer your question. We are up in profits, manage a trade. You should be up at least 20, 30 pips, depending where you got in. Thank you, Eric. You're always on top of the wizard. No Diddy. No Diddy. We will go to here. Collect profits here. Well, that's what I'm going to do. You can do whatever you want to do. So the car that I'm looking at for now, because I can't get anything too extravagant, is I'm looking at a few different types of Mercedes or to be honest with you, a Jetta. And the reason why I would go back to a Jetta is because it would be manual. Mercedes doesn't have stick. they have stick, but it's older models. So unless I'm going to import a Mercedes from like Mumbai or somewhere in the middle of nowhere that probably has bamboo for transmission, Jetta, Mercedes. Mercedes either C300. If the price is right, maybe a 250. If the price is right. I was looking at CL models. There's a few that I like. If you get a Mercedes, make sure you get one German made. Yes. Good point. Good point, but now everything is really no different than, like, let's say Volkswagen. It's like saying get a Volkswagen that's German made. Everything is made in like different places. Like Volkswagen was being put together in Mexico, was being put together in Brazil. Parts from China and places in Brazil and Mexico, and so you're right. Like, get one that is from Germany, because like a Jetta from Germany is way different than a Jetta from here. But the chances of getting one here is like rare, and it'd be way more expensive. Manage your trade. You're still at 20-30 pips. You decide. How will you manage it? Even Ford trucks are made other places and assembled in America. Yes. There are some, I think there's some Ford plants here in Canada. As your neighbors with like very close standards to you guys, I don't think it's that big of an issue in terms of quality if it's made up here. But like if it's made in Mexico, then you got a red flag. My Nissans are made in Mexico. See, there you go. They're not even Japanese. Just because they look Japanese doesn't make them Japanese. I don't remember which model Ford. There was like some issue with this plastic chrome grille. I think it was for the F-150s, I think. I don't remember exactly which model, but I think it was the F-150s. Or could have been the like Econoline vans. But they were having them made in Mexico. No surprise. Labor cheaper, all this stuff. But because the process of chroming out that plastic is so toxic that it's illegal in the US. So they were having it made in the US. So they were chroming out this plastic so they can install it into their cars. So when you buy this car, it looks like it has a chrome grille, and it does. But you know, if you're a real car person, chrome better be metal. Like chrome plastic, get the hell out of here. That's trash. The US does that type of thing a lot. It does, yes. Everywhere is guilty of that. And in terms of business, it's understandable, right? If you can source out most, if not all, or at least some things to help kind of cover costs, I get it from a business perspective. So this song will be out. So we will cancel this song out. Next. I think an iPhone, Dennis, is like, I'm obviously not gonna know exactly how much, but I think it's like $500 to make the iPhone in terms of cost, parts, labor, all that stuff. It's like 500. So the markup on it is pretty insane, because they make what? They sell it for 2,000, 2,500, 3,000, 3,000 Canadian. So business-wise, I get it. So in answer to your question, Jetta and Mercedes. I'm leaning more towards the Jetta because of manual. I miss driving manual. No Diddy. Ten o'clock is the next news, but it's not a big deal. Jeffrey, did you see that guy that opened up the fake Pokemon packs? Poor guy. Look at that big bull bear candle. Big old bear candle. Big old bear bull candle. Yes. How lovely. Lovely, my dear. Lovely. Will she bounce off our trend line? Not trend line. Yesterday's or Friday's close price. Close price and bounce up. Or we have a trend line that's down here. Will it bounce off of that? Stay tuned on Executive Zone. On Monday mornings, Executive Zone, to see what happens. How will this candle close? Bailey, you could do so much content with your car. Are those actual Brembo brakes? Or you just made it look like Brembo? I'm going to guess that they actually are. I know, and yes, they are real Brembos. Cool. Now, there's no way, absolutely no way, you're riding stock. There's no way. If you put Brembos and you're riding stock, that was a waste of money. So tell me, what do you have under the hood? This call is being recorded to your local authorities. Tell me what you're wearing under there. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Did they come like stock, like how can I put it? Like, were the calipers Brembos, but they weren't like top of the line Brembos, so then you switched it to performance Brembos? You get what I mean? So it's like you buy a car and they come with Harman Kardon, let's say, but it's just kind of like a whatever Harman Kardon. There's too much to list. Pshaw. They were a factory option. Okay, cool. I'm telling you, you could do so much content with your car. Like, if you wanted to do content, let's say trading related, let's say, just you and your car, you don't even have to say anything. Because when I was your age, that's all I did, not trade. I was trying to. I had nowhere to learn, but all I was doing was buying parts and fixing up my car and like doing all that stuff. I was doing that all the way up until 2016. How old was I? I was 28. At that point, I was so busy I couldn't do that anymore. Like, I couldn't invest my time into that. Something breaks down, so then I'll take the time in the evening or the weekend to fix it, to buy the parts, you know, jack up the car and take this apart and clean this and degrease that and go on YouTube and go through different forums and troubleshoot and learn codes and this ratio and that ratio. I didn't have time for that anymore. So at 28 in 2016, I was like, you know what? That was a good run. That was fun. I'm just gonna buy my car, and however it comes is what it is. And the dealership or the mechanic shop can be the ones to fix it. So the moral of that story is, when I was your age, I was doing all of that, so that if I came across your content, that would catch my attention. I've seen your comment section. Some people have asked you about your car. As a gearhead, you know that there's a huge difference between just buying a car off the lot that's nice. Like, let's say someone buys a Porsche, any model Porsche. It's a nice car. And as a gearhead, you can appreciate it. is nice, whatever horsepower, so much torque, this, and it has a turbo, or blah blah blah, or if this car has a supercharger, or this has this and that and the other, this type of exhaust. Oh, Bugatti has a dual transmission and it switches from one to the other and they're both running simultaneously. Like, you can appreciate all of that stuff. Cool. But a car that you build yourself, or you modify, customize, tune yourself, is appreciated and respected to a way different level than a Porsche off the lot. And only somebody that has experienced it themselves understands and appreciates that. There's nothing like building a car yourself. Nothing compares to that. Built, not bought. 1,000%. I don't like Hondas. I'm not a fan. But there was a time my BMW engine overheated, which was my favorite car. And it was just too expensive to fix it, so I had to let it go. So I needed a car. And so I got a Honda Accord. The price was right, whatever. It's good, low mileage, all that stuff. So I got a Honda Accord, even though I don't like Hondas. I got it just because it was standard, good price, good condition, all that stuff. And I saw that this guy was parting out his car, but it was the leather interior, leather and wood grain interior. Mine was cloth and like base model. So I went to the guy's place and I offered him a price, I don't remember how much, for everything, his entire interior, everything. Seats, door panels, back seats, front trim, everything. I left with my car full. Like, I couldn't see my rear view. If I got pulled over, I'd understand, because I couldn't even see my passenger mirror. Like, that's how full it was. I went home, I stripped everything out of the car, and I upgraded the interior. I don't even remember what I did to the engine. Just a few little things. Put an intake in it also. I changed my brakes, rims, exhaust, custom lights. And that became my new favorite car. That's almost exactly what I did for a fellow champion in her car. Hey, see? I get it. So why not show it off on Instagram? Just saying. You don't even have to talk. It was $10, actually. $100,000 nightly draw. Who do you think will win this election? As an outsider looking in, like as a Canadian observing, I thought, you know what? It's not uncommon for celebrities to like endorse or get paid for endorsing a candidate, like to go on stage and speak on their behalf, because then it's influence, right? That's not uncommon. Like that happens everywhere. That's nothing new, really. But call me crazy, but I've never seen this many celebrities endorse public figures before on both sides. Even more so on the Democrat side. I've never seen them try to pull so many strings. The last time I saw them pull this many strings was for COVID, for the zombie juice. Now, what I find interesting is I was thinking to myself, okay, well, if they have this influence, I understand that whatever you like, they're biased in terms of like what you see. So if somebody likes Kamala, then their worldview is around that. I get it. I understand. For those that like Trump, your worldview is around Trump. So I thought to myself, okay, then there must be the same type of hype for her on her side as there is for Trump on his side. Like it should be perceived the same, you know what I mean? Like it should look that way. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna go look at her page. I felt disgusted doing it, but like I went to go look, and I see Jennifer Lopez speaking on stage. No surprise, because she's tied to the Diddy case. So who knows how much they paid her off to do that. And she's endorsing her or whatever, and she comes out with her fake smile and all that stuff. Whatever. But then I go to the comment section, and the comment section is all Trump. Like, her comment section might as well be Trump's comment section, because it's all Trump. And then I thought, okay, well, if I were this party, I would think to myself, these are probably paid bots, right? Like they're clearly sabotaging my page to promote them. That would be like, I gotta debunk it also, right? So I started to go through all the profiles. These are real people. It seems that way, at least. You know, verified accounts and this and that. People that are actually active. They have post stories. So like these are active accounts. Because bot accounts, like fake accounts, look a certain way. So I thought that was interesting. Path Towards Millionaire, what's up? Good evening. Good evening indeed. So far, it's the one song that we've gotten out. I've gone through the playlist a little bit. There's some songs I've gotten rid of, but there's actually a lot of songs. It's like endless. News, no effect, although, yeah, it's in mid effect. Yeah, didn't do much. It'll probably continue where it was going before, which is hopefully bearish. You know what they say, no news is good news. In this case, we need some news. I know you're a big fan of Dragon Ball, but at this point, it seems repetitive. Like, Jeffrey, think about it. I understand that I have some bias because after Dragon Ball Z, then it's whatever. But they made so many different versions. They're like, which one is, what's the word? Which one is canon now? Okay, this one's canon. This was an alternate story. Like, I don't understand all the differences. And it's like, okay, so they just revive bad guys and make them stronger. And then you go from being this to Ultra Instinct to being like God and universal level and then multi-dimensional level. Like, what's left? Like, if because I haven't watched a single episode after Dragon Ball Z. I just watch things that come up on my feed, so I'm kind of like up to date in broken pieces. So if you have like all these multi-dimensional gods creating tournaments of their universe's strongest fighters, and then you get to the point where you're stronger than the gods themselves, what the hell is left? Like, oh, it finished. Okay, next one. From the top. We'll go from the top. I'm confident that this will tap 27, 67, 22. Then comes down because we have weekly liquidity or EQLs 27.31. Well, 27.67, that would be a good sell. What I mean by good sell is not sell's ultimate form. I don't see it tapping up here. Not for a little bit. For it to come back up here, I think it would push higher than this. I think it would push to at least up here, this range. This range here. So just above what you're saying. And if it breaks 27.31, then I'm buying. Then my buying is from 27.12. Up there's the devil's mark. The devil's mark. I've never heard of that term until you mentioned it yesterday in the chat. It's always good to stay hydrated with a little bit of water. No, it's gonna be a Mac. Yeah, I know. What a shame. I'm gonna be waiting for American Thanksgiving so that they can have Black Friday, because Canada copies. Like, Canada's already on Black Friday sales. So when they bust that out, then I'll go buy the computer. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Then TP will be 27.67. Hey, if it drops all the way down there, absolutely slam the buys. Smash or pass? We'll see. Like I said to you, I'm aiming for that trend line. I know some of you closed out at your 30 pips. Good for you. But that's what I'm aiming for. So we will see how it plays out. Welcome back. I entered a short this morning and TP at 27.40. Very nice. Very nice. So you closed out. That's where you got your 3% at 27.40. Correct. Love it. I am after a trend line that I marked out. Some of my people are already out of the trade. They cashed out 30 pips. I'm still in my sell. Ow. I see here we have internal break of structure to the upside. Main retailers are interested to buy at this price, and the institutional investors are interested in the trap to trap them. Possibly. Right now we're in this consolidation channel. You can look at it many ways. You can look at it as a channel like this. You can look at it as a consolidation like this. Tomorrow, our day. Every day is our day. break of structure. How dare they? We still have room to come down here. Which is what you're saying. So, this is still a buy zone that I've had pending since last week. So, it will happen. It will come down to this price. At some points, it will come all the way back down to here. After the elections, maybe in the new year. Almost fell for a greed entry. No. No. Don't do it. Bad girl. I don't like this one. I'm gonna remove this song. It's too like Lion King Simba's pride moment. Hey, big man. Test this in silver. All greed will be wiped out in a second. Silver's always good. Right here, silver. Here's some silver education. All right. I gave you an order of kilo. You're speaking to a Colombian, so please clarify what you're talking about. And don't get me banned. Let's give a little bit of education today while we wait for this to play out. Win or lose. This is an ounce of silver. Probably the best silver. Canadian silver and Canadian gold is of the highest quality. And yes, better quality than American. Kilo of silver takes $1,000. So this is 1 ounce of 0.9999 silver. Okay, so this is as pure as it gets. This is a bar of silver, 0.999. .999. Yes, that slight difference does make a difference. These are both an ounce. This is a bar, this is a round. So when you're going to buy silver, if you can get .9999, get it. If this is all you can get, then get this. Don't go and get what's that silver? I don't even remember. Fine. Like when you buy a silver bracelet or silver jewelry, whatever that's stamped, don't get that. That's worthless. Bar, ounce. Is that due to how it's fired process? Yes. So something in the to the level of them refining the impurities for whatever reason, that 0.0008 difference, the Canadian Mint does it better for whatever reason. Ultimately, it's still pure silver. It's still pure gold. So like I could still sell them for a market price, right? But this one just holds more value. So I could sell this at like a slight premium, an extra $1 or so above market. Gold. So silver right now is, I don't even know how much. Path Towards Millionaire can drop how much silver is on the market. Actually, we'll just do it here together. Never mind. I have it. I forgot I have it on the list. Silver is $32.62 an ounce. Okay, so $32.62. So $32.62. Gold, 1 ounce, as we see, is $27.44 an ounce. You know what? You are actually live today in YouTube. What do you mean I'm live? What do you mean I'm actually live today? Saying I'm boring every other day? Is that what you're saying? So look. These two weigh the same. Now, all of us here know why we actually know what a gram is and what an ounce is and a pound is. And it's not because we learned it in school. And we all know why we know that. Okay? We don't have to get into it. We've all been there. But an ounce, you know, an ounce is 28 point whatever grams. When it comes to metals, it's a troy ounce. It's like 31 point something or 32, I don't remember. So it's not 28 grams, but whatever. It's called a troy ounce, TROY. Hey, can you figure out the pip? I haven't spoken to that trader. I haven't seen them post anything in a while in the chat. So when I do, I'll let you know. So look, these two weigh the same, but the silver is bigger. So they weigh the same, but gold is obviously heavier, more mass, whatever. So they weigh the same. So here I have $2,742, and here I have $36. So here's some silver education. So if you're going to be buying silver, It does trade parallel to gold. Distinguish are these like gold is shiny and silver has. Silver shines the same. This one I keep at my desk, so it looks a little bit dull. This one I sterilize and I'd keep in my water because it like sterilizes the water also. So this one like I just have around on my desk, so I like touch it, no problem. Silver is just as shiny. Here's another one. This is the dull one. Shiny. Collection? What do you mean the collection? I have many different kinds. Like I've been buying it for years. So here's some that I have on hand because I was making a video before. This one is British pound, like British silver ounce. This is Swiss. This bag is full of Mexican silver. Like collecting of silver and gold at low price after when it price up, you trade on it. Pretty much, exactly. Like this. So right now we're looking at gold at 27.43. I got this when it was under 1500. On hand, like here, like on hand, I'll never say how much I actually have, but on hand, here we have 3 ounces of gold and a quarter ounce. Here you have 25 ounces of silver. Bam, exactly. These are Chinese, these are made in China. These are called Chinese Panda silver ounces. And then have bars and stuff like that. Oh, of course. I can't leave this out for my Americans. Here, for my Americans, these are the two most iconic silver ounces for on the American side. You have the American Buffalo. American Buffalo with the indigenous guy, the native guy. Let's have a bunch of those. You are like collecting it from 2021? No, I've been collecting since 2010. So silver buffalo, and then of course the most iconic for Americans. Like for us, this is the silver maple. For you guys, for Americans, for those that don't know, it's the Liberty or Eagle, whatever. So you have, says on it Liberty. And then you have your American crest. So these are rounds. Obviously, they're round. But it's the same like buying a bar. You should always tell the government how much you really make over the course of the year. It's naughty if you don't. Yeah, exactly, Bailey. Sure. Now we know. Now we know who's undercover here. Bailey. Elder brother be like it's personal business. Eden, do you go directly to a dealer to make that purchase? Yes. Yes. I go to a precious metals dealer that's licensed and certified. So here we have the Royal Canadian Mint. In the US, you guys have your own mint. And they would be certified with them. That doesn't mean that they deal for them, but they are certified with them, so they are authorized to buy directly from the mint. Basically the mint that not only prints your currency, but also refines the metals. So they buy and sell directly from where Canada gets its gold and silver, like from who refines it. And they obviously like buy and sell like locally. So that's where I go. Is there a limit in Canada? There's no limit. And I'll tell you why. Yeah, I did. Same. It comes soon. For that, they took my documents. Dare I ask what you mean? So there's no limit because you're just exchanging. You're exchanging your currency. Depends what you buy. So here's the importance of saying rounds versus coins. I'll give you an example. I can give you a better example with the American. This silver buffalo is a round. Yes, no shit, Edwin. It's a circle. But It just has the native guy and a buffalo, and it says United States of America 0.999 fine silver. And on the other side it says Liberty 2013. Okay. This is just a round. Side note, monitor your sell. Like I said, I'm after that trend line. So there's no currency amount tied to this. The Liberty, this is $1. I don't know if you can see it, probably not. At the bottom, it says $1. So this is $1. So if I wanted to, when I'm in the US, I could go to McDonald's, to CVS, to Walmart, and this is $1. This is worth $1. So in terms of currency, this is $1. So here, this is a coin. This is a round. The coin has a monetary value of $1, like a currency value of $1. A round is just a round piece of precious metal. Got it? When you get it as a coin, it's not only a round, it's also a currency. So we are not stupid people here on this live. So we are not going to trade this $1 coin for $1 because we know that it's worth more as silver. Exactly, face value. So there's no limit because when you go, you're exchanging your currency for another currency. Like if I go to Christian and I say, hey, can I exchange my $10 bill for 10 singles, like for 10 $1 bills? You'd be like, no problem. Can I exchange my $1 bill for 4 quarters? No problem. Can I? So if you go to the precious metal dealer or whatever it is in your local area, and you say, hey, can I exchange my $1,000 to these dollars? Yes. Now they're not stupid. They're not going to give you $1 one for $1, but you're basically buying this currency off of them. Get it? And same with the rounds. You're just basically, it's like you go somewhere and you're buying aluminum. Aluminium if you're British. You're buying precious metals. There's no limit because it's part of the wealth of the country and you have the freedom to buy and sell it. Now things get tricky when you try to leave the country with it. So if I try to leave the country with a round, I could get stopped and questioned a lot harder. But if I leave with coins, I'll still get stopped because it's silver or gold. But I could say, hey, this is currency. And Canadian or American, you have the right to travel with your currency. So it's a lot easier to walk around with currency than it is with the country's wealth. So don't be traveling with bars. Federal police, absolutely. Like, no joke. They'll be like, where are you going with this? Why? Why are you moving the country's wealth? Like, they're not going to say that, but they're going to ask you because it's a big red flag. Why are you basically exporting gold and silver? You're going to have to pay a fine or a tariff or something. The same applies with gold. So this is $1. I believe it may have changed by now. I'm not sure, but I think the American gold ounce, I believe it's $20. For Canada, the silver ounce is $5, and the gold ounce is $50. You might be able to see it, maybe. It says $5. This says $50. I don't know if it'll focus. There. That's great. Thanks. Now think of it, Federal, please. What if you have that? Well, if you have that, two things can happen. If you make it across the border, you're rich. You're rich and your butthole is bigger. And if you don't make it across the border, then you're going to jail and your butthole is going to be bigger. Yes, Diddy. Hope you enjoyed today's lesson on silver, physical silver. And like I said before, I haven't seen that trader post or talk in that chat, so I can't ask them. When I see them post, then I'll ask them. No, don't do that. I'll explain. Drake what? Drake grabber brother. I didn't understand that one. So don't go out and start buying jewelry. That is the worst investment you can make. It's not even an investment. Oh, okay, I get it. Oh, my bad. I read Drake. You put Dank. I understand what you're saying now. You're welcome. That's why I was confused. I was like, what is he saying? In code, Drake grabber brother? I understand what you're saying now. No problem. You're welcome. For jewelry, it is not an investment. Hands down. Number one, if you buy jewelry from a retailer, you're paying a huge markup. if you buy it from let's say a pawn shop, yes, you're paying closer to what it's worth, but you're still paying a premium on it, and it's nowhere near what it's worth its weight in gold. When you buy jewelry, you have to accept that you're paying for the labor, the skill, and the craftsmanship that went into whatever piece you're buying. Hey, just translate in German to English. You are confused. No, I get it now. I understand now. When you buy, okay, so that ounce of gold is 27, as we see on the market right now, $2,741. If you wanted to go buy a gold chain with $2,741, you could buy a pretty decent chain, and it might be 10 karat, 14 karat. In North America, they don't really use 18 karat. For my people everywhere else in the world, you know anything less than 18 is trash. But Canada, US, they don't really use that. They should, but they don't. It's too expensive. In places like India, you'll see jewelry that's like 22 karat. They can't make it 24 karat because it's too soft. It's too soft and it'll break. What material am I wearing? What do you mean? My clothes or this? This is 10 karat. This is just a simple little chain. This is a silver pendant. So to go with your question of what am I wearing, when I learned all this stuff about gold and silver, a friend of mine working at the mall, he was a gold buyer, and he taught me how to test gold and silver. So I took this combined knowledge and I started to go online and meet up with people and buy their gold, and I would buy it at market price because I would test it on the spot, and they try to sell it at like this premium and whatever, and I'm like, look, this is that's what I did with this chain. Actually, I have a few chains. So I would meet up with people and I'd weigh it. Like I'd pull out a scale and like all the acids and like everything in the middle of the mall where I'm meeting up with these people, or at the pizza store or wherever. I'd scratch it, I'd test it, and I'm like, look, here's the scale. This chain weighs this. Here's how much it is per gram. 10 carats. Let's say at the time it was $200. So obviously they're trying to sell it as jewelry, and I'm like, look, this is the market price. I'm talking to them like as if I'm a gold buyer. I'm like, look, this is what it is. This is the market price. I like the chain though, so I'll give you $50 above the market price. So if they're trying to sell it for 500, I'd lowball them as a gold buyer, and I bought all my jewelry off of people like that. So I got it for just above metal price, market price. I never got jewelry from the store. I'm Godfather. Hey, appreciate it. So that's what I did. So I have some 18 karat chains, some 10 karat chains, some white and gold chains, some rings. I basically went out on a buying spree and I bought every random piece of gold jewelry I could find. Little elephants, little hearts, rings. Because my mindset was, I'm buying this jewelry at gold price, and I know gold is going to go up a lot. This is before gold was $2,000 an ounce. This is when it was about 1,400 to 1,800 an ounce. So no, don't go out and buy gold chains. To your question, don't do that, Jeffrey. If you're gonna buy jewelry, especially retail, worst thing you can do. But if you're going to do it, buy it because you like it and you understand that you're paying a premium for the art and craftsmanship and you like it, not because it's an investment. Will it hold some type of value? Yes, but it's not going to be anywhere near what you paid. And don't give me that BS of like, I'm going to get it appraised. I know my friend is an appraiser and I'm going to buy it for $5,000 and get him to appraise it for $12,000. No one will buy it for that price. Don't be a special chromosomed person. Hope you enjoyed today's lesson on precious metals while we watch our trade execute itself in our favor. I'm waiting for it to break. Don't tell me it went to the playlist all over again. Okay, not bad. This song's called Sofa by Dialia. Diala. It's actually called Sofa. I'm not even kidding. Speaking of gold, here's my gold pen. Keep it at my desk. No, I don't think it's solid gold. I think it's plated or dipped. I don't know. It'd be nice if it was. Funny enough, Delia is the name of a piece of sailboat at our marina that nobody wants to do work on. I don't understand, but if it's a piece of satisfactory sailboat at your marina, why wouldn't you want to work on a piece of satisfactory boat? I think today market will be in range. Absolutely. That's one of the first things I said. I don't think it's going to move much today. But at least we get to chill in the morning and not have a losing trade. Or evening for you. For some of you at least. For my Europeans, it's evening for you too. Here, I also have this on my desk. Since we were just on this topic. I have a few of these at my desk. These different collector coins. These are collector coins. They're actual silver. They're collector coins. It reminded me of the artist of the song that's playing. It sounds like a beautiful boat if it's a piece of satisfactory sailboat. See, Canadian maple leaf. This came from our mint, our currency mint. This is an $8 coin. It is silver. It has a dragon on it. I don't know how to get it to focus. And then, of course, we have the infamous, the world's most famous thief. Korean dragon, Chinese dragon. It's called a dragon dance. 2016, $8 fine silver coin dragon dance. I have a few of them actually here at my desk. Look. Just here at my desk, I have 4 of them. This one is the 2017 $8 fine silver lion dance. Also with the most famous thief. And here's the lion dance dragon. Or whatever. Lion dragon, whatever it is. Okay, there, I think it's focused now. This one of this year, I don't know how many I have. At my desk, I have 3. Four of the other one, 3 of this one. Another term for this stuff is called boomer shit. So when you buy those, if you're looking to just buy gold and silver, I don't recommend you buy collector coins. Gold and silver you can sell always for market price. These I can sell for its value in silver, but I'm going to lose a lot of money in it. it's only worth, these are only worth what somebody's willing to pay for it. And if nobody wants it, then it's worth either $8 on the face of the coin or its weight in silver, which is obviously more than $8. So if you're going to be buying collector coins, buy them because, just like NFTs or jewelry, buy them because you like it and they mean something to you. And if they go up in value, then it's a plus. It's 11 and our trade is in profits. I think it's going to move now. I'm going to manage it, but let's call it there. So if you're still in that, if you didn't close earlier, you can close now, collect partials, whatever you want to do. Since I'm ending the live, let me allow myself to introduce myself. Let me share. I'll share what the Zoom people were looking at. Dun dun dun. So we're in profits. So some people got out here. I'm after this area. Call me greedy. I don't care. That's what I'm after. So manage a trade. If you're still in, that's what I'm after. Either way, I'm walking away with profits, so it's good. Let me put the alien for so that I can put it on the thumbnail. Got to be able to flex. Good old Albert over here. All right, and that's it. So tomorrow, same time, same channel, we will be here. Don't worry. And if you are new and you're just here quiet, make sure that you like, subscribe to the channel. We're looking to help 25 people be profitable by 2025. We have helped 6. We have 19 more to go. So if you'd like that to be you, DM me the word YouTube on Instagram, as you see below. Careful with fake accounts. I only have the one account. Other than that, tomorrow, 9:15 a.m. Eastern Time, we will be live. Other than that, don't be greedy. Keep smiling. And don't let anybody piss you off. See y'all tomorrow. Thanks for being here.